Let's talk about your LinkedIn profile today. And in particular, what we're going to look into is your About section. Because we've already covered your banner, we've already covered your headline and profile picture. And I will add those links to those videos underneath here so that you can check them out if you haven't already. Because here's the thing with LinkedIn, that is your business card. It is your CV, yes, your CV, but not the dusty old CVs that we were used to from before. It is what really will position you as an authority and as an expert if you know how to use it correctly. And that is why I have started this LinkedIn Basics series, which I'm super happy that I can bring to you. So I'm happy that you're here. If this is the first time that you see me, my name is Josephine Warner, and I'm a former corporate executive turned entrepreneur and business growth strategist. And did you know that only 4% of everyone that lands on your profile, only 4% of everyone who checks out someone's profile actually clicks the read more? Our about sections are really, really boring. And we are wasting so much of that important space so that people just don't bother to read it. But it is important that they do read your about section, because in your about section, you get to give them a little bit of high level overview of who you are and what it is that you do and why you're doing it. And I'm going to share with you today what exactly you need to include in your about section so that you can grab that attention that you so deserve. So looking at the top 3 to 4 lines of your about section, those are the most important ones. So don't waste that space with adding, for example, hi, my name is Josephine Warner, or hi, I'm whatever, or hi, welcome to my LinkedIn profile. But really use that space to draw the attention of the people that really you want to connect with. And here's the thing with your LinkedIn profile. It is not set in stone. You can always change it. And that goes for your LinkedIn banner. It goes for your headline. It goes for your about section. It even goes for content that you put out. You can always delete it afterwards, right? So in your LinkedIn about section, what I want to see there is you. I want to read about you. And please don't write your about section in third person. That is so old style. Every time I see someone who has written their about section in the third person, it is a little bit of a cringe moment, right? So make sure you write it in first person. It is your about section. We want to read about your transformation. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you so passionate about what it is that you're doing? If you're currently in a corporate role and you feel like you want to test the waters to build your personal brand online and you feel a little bit insecure about what you can write in your about section, you can write about something that feels safe, right? Why do you love what it is that you're doing? What is it that you really feel drawn to? What is it that you would love doing if you feel that I actually want to do something else? It is your LinkedIn profile. It's your asset, not a business asset of someone else. So we really want to learn about you, who you are, about your transformation. However, it needs to be written so that it feels as if it is for me who is reading it. What's in it for me? Why should I want to connect with you? Right? So when you write your about section, write it within your head, or like you write it for the person as if you would meet someone in a coffee shop or somewhere, and you would give them your elevator pitch. But in this case, it's a little bit of a longer elevator pitch, but you would give them a short synopsis of who you are and what it is that you do, because why is that important for them? So you have a maximum number of letters that you can use in your about section. And here's another thing that is really important. Make it easy for the people to read it. So I write a lot in my about section, but you don't need to do that. You can keep it simple. You can keep it short. You can keep it to the point. But if you write a lot, make sure you add a lot of white space in between so that it's easy to read it. Like one sentence per line, maybe then an enter in between. Keep spaces so that it's easy to read. What I would also suggest that you do, especially if you're a business owner, I would add what are the results? What are the tangible results that you help your clients to get? And how do you do that? What is your specific solution? What makes you different compared to your competitors or compared to your peers without making it salesy? Because remember, when someone clicks on your profile for the very first time, they might think in their head, I hope this person is not going to pitch me the first thing that they're doing. So you really want to write it from that perspective to keep it open, to make it interesting so that people feel actually safe to connect with you, so that they don't feel as if you're going to pitch them the minute you send them a connection request. And that is, by the way, one of the big mistakes I see in the about sections. Either it's so much about sales, or it's only about me, or it's very dusty and it's very old. So try something new. Make a little bit of a mixture, like the person that you're writing it for, the results that you're getting. And at the end, what I want you to think of there is to add a call to action. Make it easy for people to reach out to you. Because you can't add any hyperlinks in the about section yet, at least not when I'm recording this. So you might, if you have a super simple URL, you can absolutely add that. But usually our URLs are a little bit more complicated. So then you can point people either to your featured section or maybe just to send you a connection request and a direct message. Make it easy for people to connect with you. And I think that that is one of the things that we make so complicated, when in fact it's all about connecting with the right people. And then when they are ready to invest in your services, they will do so. So connecting with people, that is one of the first steps. And by the way, if you don't really know how to connect with someone or how to find your ideal clients, I actually have a video about that one too. So I will add that underneath here too, so you can check it out afterwards if you want to. So the last thing in your about section is the call to action. Like, what do you want them to do next? What is the next step that you want them to take? So that was actually it. Not a big thing. If we're not yet connected on LinkedIn, feel free to send me a connection request, and then we can have a chat over there too. And by the way, I have a LinkedIn mastery checklist where I go through all of the sections with your profile so that you can just take that checklist and tick them off one by one and make sure that you have them all good to go and that your profile is optimized. So in the next video, why don't we talk about your experience section and how you can rewrite that so that it actually sounds really interesting and it's also SEO relevant. So the search words that people are using to find people in your niche, make sure you add the SEO relevant search words in your headline, in your about section, in your experience section. So next time we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and I can't wait to see you there. So if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, make sure you give it a like, ask any questions you have in the comment section, and also make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you. Bye.